Hey, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, all right? Make sure you log it in and you remember to check out my good friends over at the Broken Table Podcast live on YouTube. These are some of my good friends. They have some of the best topics going on. They're talking about a lot of good things. And also, they like to put over the Prince Nana dance. Hey, I swerve and I drive. I swerve and I drive. Hey. Don't forget, tune in, log on to the Broken Tables Podcast live on YouTube, my friends.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Broken Tables Podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Vegas, here by myself here tonight. King Rome had some work today, so he is actually watching Dynamite basically along with us in chat tonight. Everybody say hi to Rome in chat. Thank you guys very much for being here. We got a whole bunch of people here already. We got Coach Nick, we got the Day Trading Doge, Queen Nat, Coach Nick, I think I already said that. Welcome, everybody. This was a pretty decent Dynamite. I actually had a good amount of fun watching this Dynamite here tonight. I think I only had one problem with the entire show, and that wasn't even that big of a deal, you know what I mean? It is what it is, but I thought this was a pretty decent episode of Dynamite, if I do say so. Let's go ahead and just get started right in here with the Dynamite review. We started right off the bat with Jay White defeating Penta El Cero Miedo. This was a great match, man. Absolutely love Jay White. When he comes out with that championship around his waist, there's just something about it that just looks incredible. He just fits that championship character, mentality, whatever you guys want to call it. You know what I mean? It's just something about Jay White with that championship on his belt. We definitely need that soonish. I don't want to say like right away, but I definitely need to see that in the future. Juice Robinson gets involved while the rest of Bullet Club Gold does as well. Bullet Club Gold does the distraction. The referee doesn't see. Juice Robinson with the left hand of God, pow, absolutely annihilates Penta. Jay White hits the Blade Runner for the 1, 2, 3. Jay White gets on the mic, and this was pretty good. He cuts a really nice promo. The crowd's chanting, "You suck." Juice gets on the mic, and he starts talking about his ring that he bought from TJ Maxx. And we actually got TJ Maxx chants in the crowd. I'm not sure if this was like a planted advertisement or what, but if TJ Maxx got this free advertisement, that was amazing on their part. That was pretty cool hearing a crowd chant for TJ Maxx, where I get most of my non-jerseys probably come from TJ Maxx or Shop AEW or TJ Maxx. That's pretty much it. Coach Nick says, "Rock hard." Coach, he's got a new nickname now, man. He is called the Stray Bullet. I'm wondering if Warner, the network, wasn't too happy with that rock hard nickname of his, but either way, love me some Juice. Juice is absolutely fantastic. Hashtag Juice for TNT champ. Oh man, I'm absolutely in on that one. You never bought anything from TJ Maxx? Oh man, they got some nice stuff. But this was great. Next up, we had MJF with Renee Paquette backstage. He basically says, I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to go out there, 4-against-1. And he says he prays to God that Juice wins tonight. And the Acclaim show up. Max Caster wants to help MJF, and MJF doesn't want his help at all. You know what I mean? MJF just absolutely sick of Max Caster and his antics on Twitter and over the Dynamite and Collision the past few weeks. And Max Caster says, well, you know what? I'm going to join the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale, and I'm going to make you put a ring on my finger. And I don't know why, but I really, really, really wanted to see that. Max having to put the diamond ring onto or MJF having to put the diamond ring onto Max's finger would have been pretty funny to see. Next up, we had a video package for Hikaru Shida, detailing her 15 years in AEW, or I'm sorry, in wrestling. 15 years ago, she started under the tutelage of Emmy Sakura, and tonight she defends her title against her, I don't want to say former teacher, because I guess, in wrestling, they kind of always are your teachers, aren't they? But we got Hikaru Shida versus Emmy Sakura immediately after this video package, and it did not disappoint. This was fantastic. And, Emmy Sakura, I'm not sure how old she is, but as old as she may or may not be, she was fantastic in the ring here, keeping up with Hikaru Shida, who's one of the best in the business. I mean, what can you say? This was a great match. Hikaru Shida defeats Emmy Sakura here with the the hidden blade. I'm forgetting the name of the finisher. The katana. Hits her with that katana for the 1, 2, 3. Excellent match. We know Coog was absolutely pumped for this. You are correct there, Coach. Queen Nat says she is 47. That is absolutely impressive. Like, that is incredibly impressive. Imagine, I don't know how old you guys are out there listening, but think about yourself in however many years it's going to take to get to 47. And think about competing on that level on Wednesday Night Dynamite in front of more than likely 800,000 people. You know what I mean? Like, just wow. I was blown away. Loved it. Great match. Emmy Sakura, fantastic. She's an amazing trainer. I hear she trained Riho as well. I'm pretty sure she trained half this AEW women's roster. Emmy is an absolute legend in the world of AEW. Like, when we get an AEW Hall of Fame, Emmy Sakura really, really should be our first female entrant into the AEW Women's Hall of Fame. What do you think of that, Coog? Chat, you guys as well. But Coog, what do you think of that? Emmy Sakura, the first addition to AEW's Women's Hall of Fame? Down the line, of course. Next up, we had Renee Paquette backstage interview with Adam Copeland, the Rated R superstar. This was one of those sit-down, interviews that like JR does sometimes. This was Adam Copeland's rebuttal to Christian Cage, Go Fuck Yourself. I wouldn't call it a rebuttal as much as it was just Adam Copeland like saying, I saw this coming, blah, 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 but it went on a little bit too long for me. Like, not too long to where I was just like, I'm turning this off, but they could have cut a minute or two out of this, I think. But this was great. We got to hear Adam Copeland talk for quite a bit here. This was a good little video package. Not quite sure I needed it on Dynamite. Like, maybe if I had my button, I could probably do this the first time. This could have been on Rampage, but it's Adam Copeland, so you put it on Dynamite. I get it. Next up, we had Wardlow coming out and absolutely squashing Ryan Nemeth with literally one power bomb. Bryce Remsburg, the referee, it didn't make any sense to me. I'm still okay with it. I'm just trying to wrap my head around why there was only one power bomb and why Bryce Remsburg was immediately just like, nope, hold up, nope, it's over, he's done. I was a little confused on that. You know, we usually get the Powerbomb Symphony or whatever you might call it, but it is what it is. We got a squash on Ryan Nemeth, whatever. Um, Tony Schiavone gets in the ring and he asks Wardlow, like, well, we're all glad you're back, but why are you back? What are you here for, Wardlow? Wardlow holds up his wrist and he's got MJF written on his wrist tape. Yeah, Rome, it didn't make any sense to me why we didn't get the symphony, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I can't go against what I say about squash matches is that they should have something going on after them to justify them. So this one was justified for me, even though I'm still very confused on why Bryce Remsburg stopped the match. I don't know if I don't want to say Ryan Nemeth got hurt because that would have been way too quick for Bryce Remsburg to just immediately have been like, oh, he's hurt. But maybe, possibly, I have no idea. Rome's already trying to say I like squash matches. I only like them if they have something after them that leads to something. Which this one had Tony Schiavone asking him, why is he back? Why is he returned? Why is he doing this? And he just pointed at his wrist. It said MJF. And as he was walking out of the ring, he kind of shoulder checked Tony Schiavone, causing him to stumble and fall and crash and burn. I wasn't a huge fan of this segment, but it wasn't anything that I'm going to say was like bad. You know what I mean? Like Rome's giving it an F- in chat here. I would not go anywhere near as far as an F-. I would just give this very, very average C. Like, okay. This could have been on Rampage. Again, I should have made the button already. We're going to have this button by Saturday. Next up, we had Renee Paquette with Kenny Omega. Talking about, you know, he hasn't had a very good run over these past couple of weeks / months, 2023, really. And he says, you know, once he gets himself back on track, he's going to win this match against Kyle Fletcher. And maybe he's going to take himself after the World Championship, the AEW World Championship. And as soon as he says that, who shows up but MJF? MJF comes over and introduces himself to Kenny and gets nice and close to him and says, 14 days, bitch. Which would be 13 days. I don't know why I said 14. 13 days until he beats Kenny Omega's record for holding the AEW championship. I don't exactly know how many days that is. They didn't quite say it. If anybody in chat knows the amount of days, please throw that in chat for us. But this was great. Kenny Omega actually responded to this and said, we'll see about that. So maybe we're going to get a match with MJF and Kenny Omega right there, you know, before that 13 days. I guess in 13 days we should be having, might as well be 14, right? 2 Dynamites from now is going to be, yeah. Huh, that's an interesting one. But next up we had Roderick Strong's humble abode. We were cutting to Roderick Strong's house, and Roderick is still basically holding Adam Cole hostage at his house. 346 total days for Kenny Omega. There we go. Roderick Strong is basically holding Adam Cole hostage with all the things he's asking him to do. Adam Cole made him some coffee. He spits it all over the place and tells him it's horrible. And Adam Cole finally gets fed up, but he's like, I'm leaving. And we get a little bit of a montage of peanut butter and jelly sandwich making, which, okay. And after Adam Cole finally leaves, Roderick Strong says, I think I'm going to need to actually be nice to this MJF scumbag. So I'm kind of confused at where they're going with this now. It seems like Roderick Strong's going to try to become friends with MJF. Yeah, this segment was a little bit of a miss for me. It's just been too much of Roderick Strong keeping Adam Cole from getting surgery. It's just making it very unbelievable after this many weeks. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree. Completely agree, Nat. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Next up, we had Tony Schiavone in ring calling out the Don Callis family. Tony Schiavone points out a sign in the audience that says Don Callis is worse than Dallas. I'm not quite sure about that, but they are both pretty bad. That was great. Will Hobbs, big powerhouse Will Hobbs, gets on the mic and cuts a fucking awesome promo. Absolutely loved Will Hobbs' promo here. Don Callis gets on the mic as well. He starts basically talking shit to Kyle Fletcher. Like, this kid disappointed us. Can't believe he disappointed us. He had such a great chance. Kyle Fletcher obviously hears this. He comes out. Get out of here, Rome. Should mute that. I should mute that for 30 seconds. Kyle Fletcher comes out to defend himself, looking pretty confident, actually. Took some balls. The entire Don Callis family was out here, but Kyle Fletcher comes out, cuts a really nice promo onto Don Callis. Don Callis was a little bit impressed here. And we go right into the match with Kenny Omega. Now, the only thing I had a small problem with right here was Kyle Fletcher comes out to defend himself against Don Callis, but with no music, or at least I didn't hear any music on my end. And then Kenny Omega got his full entrance. And if we're pushing Kyle Fletcher as a singles star here, or trying to push him as a singles competitor, I really feel like he should have got himself an entrance. If anything, his entrance should have been to come out to talk to Callis. That would have been fine. But it was a little odd that he just kind of walked out and then Kenny got his entrance. I was a little confused on that one, but it was fine. All right. And then in this match, Kenny Omega defeats Kyle Fletcher in an absolutely incredible match. Nat, I actually disagree with you on this one. I just think Kyle Fletcher needed to put on a good show, and boy, did he ever. I really think Kenny Omega needed this win. He's had a lot of losses this year, especially on pay-per-views, which seem to mean a lot more. You know what I mean? So Kyle Fletcher looked incredible against Kenny Omega in this match. So he's going to be another breakout single star, like Coach Nick just said. Kenny finally picks up that win he's been looking for. It looked great. Don Callis, again, very upset with Kyle Fletcher. Just lambasting him on the headset. And it makes me wonder if, I don't know about just Kyle Fletcher, maybe is going to kind of turn face, I guess would be the word to say, and maybe join Kenny and help out. But he's part of that whole, United Kingdom thing with Will Ospreay. So I don't know what they're gonna do. But that would be really cool to see him kind of join up with Kenny Omega a little bit. Those two would be pretty fantastic together as a little bit of a tag team. Give me Kenny Omega and Kyle Fletcher versus Konosuke and Sammy Guevara when he's back. Whew. Next up, we had the very nice, very evil television commercial again for Danhausen's return soon. This was pretty good. Next up, we had the return of the Murder Hawk monster, Lance Archer. Being in Texas, I'm assuming, is this why Lance Archer got to come out here? And Lance Archer absolutely annihilates a guy named Barrett Brown. Massive squash match. This is the type that I'm not a big fan of, Rome, although this seems to be what Lance Archer does. He comes out, he beats the living daylights out of his opponent, and then he leaves, you know what I mean? So I don't want to give it a pass here because it was another squash match that I really didn't need, especially so close to the other squash match with Wardlow. Like, what was this? Only like 10 minutes after, maybe that, But Lance Archer does what Lance Archer does. Really nice to see him back. Love me some Lance Archer. He still looks great. Absolutely destroys this Barrett Brown dude. Next up, we had an announcement that coming up this Friday, the Big Pressure remix for Swerve Strickland's theme song is coming out. And it's going to release on the YouTube channel AEW Music. They gave us like a little snippet of this, and it sounds like this is going to be Swerve Strickland's music with a little bit of heavy metal twist added to it. And count me in. I'm a huge metal fan. I'm a huge rap fan, so I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what this is going to be, this Big Pressure mix. It should be really good. I'm going to be looking out for that on Friday. If you guys want, I will definitely be posting it in the Discord on Friday. So if you haven't joined our Discord, if somebody wants to hit that exclamation Discord for me in the chat. Oh, there it is, Nightbot. Thank you. He's already there. Click that link there from Nightbot. You could join our Discord where we're there 24/7 basically talking about wrestling or video games. Somebody's always in there. But this was great, man. We got Prince Nana and Swerve down in Texas, basically about to announce the drop of Swerve's next album. I can't wait, man. This was great. A great promo by Swerve here, too. Next up, Tony Schiavone in the ring introduces us to none other than the icon, Sting. We got Sting coming out here. This was great. Absolutely love when we get to see Sting. He's one of the greats of all time. I mean, he along with the Ultimate Warrior, and listen, I would have to go sit down with my dad and like really pick his brain on what we watched first. But some of my first memories are Sting and the Ultimate Warrior. I don't remember which one came first, so it could very well be that Sting was the first guy that made me be like, oh my God, I love this dude. The blonde hair, flat top, the face paint, the surfer thing that he had going on. He was my favorite for a long time. When he became the Crow version of Sting, the version we know now, even better. The Crow was one of my favorite movies as a kid growing up. Totally, one of those cult classic movies. We got Sting coming out to the ring, and he announces that he started in AEW, his first match at Revolution 2021. And we're going to see his last match at Revolution 2024. I got this one right this time. 2024. So we have another year with Sting. I have a feeling this next year, 2024, is going to be incredible. I'm sure you all have heard it. Sting has said it many times, to go out with a bang. I think 2024 is going to be an epic year for Sting. I hope we get an incredible run for his last run. And, with him being here and making this announcement, I really feel like we're going to this is like the beginning of his run. We're going to start. I guess the story's already going with Christian here. He's got Darby, he's helping him out. But I wonder if that's the story that's going to go for this next year. What do you guys think there in chat? You think that's what we're going to be doing is continuing this? Or do you think Sting's going to maybe join into some other type of feud going on for this 2024? All right. Oh no, Rome. I needed you here for this. Rome, is there any chance you can join into the Discord just for this segment here? Man. How long is Darby going to be gone for? It doesn't look like Darby's gone. Darby was he was here tonight. We'll get to that a little bit later here, just in a few minutes, actually. Ah, man, Rome's probably busy watching an important part of the show right now. Probably on the Sting part. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll do it anyway. And it'll be a blank screen where Rome should be. Just everybody imagine Rome is there. You know what I mean? So next up, we had RJ City. And RJ City introduces us to Timeless Tony Storm, who introduces us to her second blockbuster, Gone with the Storm, that ran during the entire commercial break. This was an absolutely incredible silent movie where Tony Storm was the actress getting a job with a brand new, large, big-time movie executive. The big-time movie executive seemed to have been insinuating some things. She gave him the old slapperoo. And he was kind of like, I was talking about jewelry. But this was absolutely fantastic. It ran the entire commercial. I loved it. I love everything about what Tony Storm is doing right now. Tony Storm might be she's absolutely my favorite female character in wrestling right now. It's possible she might be my favorite character in all of wrestling at the moment, but I would have to like really pull up a list and maybe do a tier list of that. All right, next up we had JR with the sit-down interview of Nick Wayne and his mom. And okay, at first, this was horrendous levels of acting, like comically porn star levels, like Queen Nat said in Discord. This was like when porn tries to act. But it was absolutely saved by Christian Cage showing up. Nick Wayne's mom says, "What have you done? What have you done?" And Christian says, "You should have picked up the phone." I laughed so damn hard when Christian said, "You should have picked up the phone." Dude, I don't know if I was meant to. I don't know if I was supposed to. I laughed so hard. It hurt my ribs and I had a tear of laughter coming down. This was hilarious. And as Christian Cage leaves and shuts the door, we start hearing what to me sounded like Christian Cage beating the living shit out of Nick Wayne. I was like, is Christian beating up Nick Wayne out there? Like, you know, couldn't see what was actually happening, but it was the only logical thing my brain could go to at the second, I guess. So Nick Wayne's mom opens the door, and it turns out Darby Allin has come from out of nowhere and just absolutely murdered Christian and Nick Wayne. Luchasaurus comes for the save, and they kind of battle their way out to the arena, and they start coming down the ramp. And as they're coming down the ramp, Nick Wayne, he's got blood coming out of his mouth, and his front tooth, like your favorite tooth, like if you have a favorite tooth, it's more than likely this one, is just like smashed in half. And this kid, listen, growing up in the business, there's something to be said for, what's the word, knowing how to audible, like calling an audible, or like knowing when to ad lib is a great thing in acting. This kid realized his tooth was busted and he sold the shit out of it. Like, he was in the camera's face holding his tooth out like, oh God, you know what I mean? Like, your top right incisor, the the vampire one. I know what you mean. But where is the Christian Cage figure behind me? Does he even have one? I don't have a Christian Cage figure that I know of. I might, and it might be buried in the big pile over there. It might be in the giant pile. I have a stack that's probably 3 feet tall of ones that don't make the cut for back here. So maybe we'll see. But the way that Nick Wayne was able to just be like, you know what, my tooth is busted. Let's play this off because why not? You know, he had the blood pouring down his face. Sting comes out for the save on Darby because Luchasaurus was choking him 6 feet up in the air. 8 feet up in the air. Sting comes out, chop blocks Luchasaurus, makes the save. Man, the way that I'm just very proud of Nick Wayne already. Like, we've seen this kid as a face already. We've seen this kid turn and become a heel that is a believable heel. I'm proud of this kid, man. You guys, listen, I know you guys heard me, or at least Rome and Coach, I think you heard me. A long time ago, man, I was talking up this kid, Nick Wayne, and I told y'all to go watch that DeFi match between Swerve Strickland and Nick Wayne. And I've been waiting for this for so long. It feels like so long. Might have only been a year or 2 or 3, but the days have been here, and I'm very proud of this kid, man. He sells extremely well. He takes a spear just as good as anyone. Seen him take 2 spears from Adam Edge Copeland already. Fantastic. So, like I said, this was fantastic. Love the way he sold his tooth at the end. And he made it a point to say to Christian, he's like, look what they did to my tooth. And it made Christian be like, look what you did to his tooth. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you can't write stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it was just great, man. It was great. Next up, we had an interview backstage with Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends. And Orange Cassidy was making it a pretty big point to talk about how when he didn't have his belt, you know, he couldn't quite figure out the phrase he was looking for. And Chucky T said it best. You know, you don't know what you got until it's gone. And that's what made Orange Cassidy realize how much he loved that belt once he lost it. So he's going to defend it every week like he did before. And this was fantastic. I just hope this doesn't turn into Orange Cassidy loving his belt more than his friends. I think that's where it's going. We may get a heel Orange Cassidy that doesn't actually turn heel. Can you guys wrap your minds around that? We're going to get an Orange Cassidy that turns heel without him actually becoming a heel. He's just going to be obsessed with his belt. His friends are going to feel sad, I guess is going to be the word. And the audience is going to turn and they're going to boo. Next up, we had the main event of the evening, the Dynamite Diamond Dozen Douchebag Battle Royale. That's what Juice Robinson called it earlier in the night. We got MJF on commentary. Not going to run through everybody that was in the match because I did not write down everybody that was in the match. But we did have a few main players here. We obviously had Daniel Garcia. He was here. We had Max Caster. He was here. We had Juice Robinson. He was here. And there's a really good spot with Jeff Hardy and Garcia about to get into I'm sorry, not Jeff Hardy. It was Johnny TV, John Morrison. We're about to get into a dance-off, but Daddy Magic stopped it. And then Jeff Hardy came out to finish off the dance, which I got to give Jeff Hardy some credit. Jeff Hardy's dancing was better than just about anybody I've seen on AEW in a while. Maybe MJF is the closest, but I don't know. Adam Cole was pretty good too, wasn't he? Adam Cole was pretty good. So Nat says it was the Hardys, the XJAS, Max Caster, Juice, Johnny TV, and I don't know who else. Yeah. Thank you there, Nat. So we started off with basically it was good. We all kind of knew it was going to be Max Caster, Juice Robinson, and someone else in the final three. At least I hope you all definitely. Did we get that Daniel Garcia dance? Let's see. Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah, we did. We did. We did. We did. Give it, drive it again. Oh, it's freezing on me. Why are you freezing, Danny? No, you're right, Nat. We didn't get the dance, actually. Danny started to, and Daddy Magic kept on stopping him from completing the dance. So I was going to put it on and say we got it here, but for some reason it's not cooperating with me. I don't know what's going on there. There it is. Use hardware decoding. Fixed. I am a genius. Yes. Yes. How do I get rid of this now? There we go. But this was great. Our final three were Max Caster, Juice Robinson, and Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia turns his back on Max Caster while he's trying to eliminate Juice Robinson. Max eliminates Daniel Garcia. Jay White and MJF get into a huge battle up at the top of the stage where Jay White hits a massive low blow onto MJF. So Jay White was able to keep a hold of the championship. Juice Robinson pulls out his fake Dynamite diamond ring from TJ Maxx. Shop your local TJ Maxx for great deals. And absolutely annihilates Max. I'm sorry, was it Max Caster? Yeah, Max Caster with the left hand of God is what he is calling it. And Juice Robinson, the stray bullet, has won the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royale, and he will face MJF for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Jesus. That was a mouthful there. But this was a great episode of Dynamite. This was nothing to get massively excited about, but it was a very good, Can't put those two words in the same sentence, really, can you? This was a good Dynamite. You know, nothing to say like this wasn't an 8 or 9 out of 10 by any means. Definitely better than last week's. Was it Collision that we weren't too fond of? But you know, this was definitely in the 7.5 range. I had a lot of fun tonight. Seeing Wardlow back, I'm enjoying it. Rock hard. Yeah, we're still gonna call him Rock Hard, Coach. Absolutely. But still a good episode of Dynamite. Unfortunately, I don't have Rome here to tell us what's going down on Rampage. But let's see if Twitter can help me out by any chance here. Come on, just gotta scroll. All right, so we will see Sky Blue versus Ruby Soho. We will have Sky Dark Blue, actually. All right, here we go. So John Silver versus Kip Sabian versus Brother Zay. Ooh, haven't seen him in a while. The winner faces Orange Cassidy for the International Championship at Battle of the Belts. All right, John Silver, Kip Sabian, and Brother Zay to face Orange Cassidy. All right, I like that. Okay. Next up, Friday on Rampage will be the match Coog has been waiting for. The match that is turning the Lucha Libre world on its head. Mystico versus Rocky Romero for Mexico's pound for pound crown. Wow. This is going to be the CMLL. I can't read those. They're so small. The historic middleweight versus the historic welterweight championships. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's going to be fan-freaking-tastic. Coog, let them know in chat. Let them know, Coog. Next up, I just said Sky Dark Blue versus Ruby Soho. And it says here, the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta will be in action. Does not say against who, so we'll see what that one is about. But that looks like a really good Rampage, to be honest with you. And, you know, I'm not sure about you guys, but I haven't watched Rampage in a couple of weeks. I've been taking advantage of my Friday nights doing stuff with the wife. But if we're not doing anything this Friday, that is definitely one of the first must-see Rampages I've seen in a minute. I am very interested to see Sky Dark Blue versus Ruby Soho. And I need to see Mistico versus Rocky Romero. That's going to be fantastic. Collision. Let's see if there is anything announced for Collision that I can find. I see Jeff Jarrett and Eddie Kingston coming face to face, but I'm not sure. Yep. Big match announced for Saturday night's Collision. From Memphis, Tennessee, Eddie Kingston will face Double J, Jeff Jarrett. And if Jarrett wins, Jay Lethal gets a shot at the Ring of Honor World Championship. Okay. Let's see here. I don't see any more. I see one match for the Battle of the Belts, Statlander versus Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale. I know we know all the matches on that one. Not sure if I can find them though. This is where I need my co-host. He's so much better than me at this. All right, Battle of the Belts, I guess I can find before Collision. The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass will face Daniel Garcia, Daddy Magic, and Cool Hand Ange. I am assuming we will have the implosion of Daniel Garcia and 2.0 on this one. That is the perfect spot for Daniel Garcia to bust out back into his singles. Give me Red Death Daniel Garcia that still does the dance, please. Yes, sir. Next up, Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale. Next up, Orange Cassidy will face the winner of the Kip Sabian, Brothers A, and John Silver. Oh, that's for Battle of the Belts. Okay. Yeah, we said that. Let's see here. Collision. It looks like it's going to be Ricky Starks and Big Bill will face Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli for the AEW World Tag Team Championships on Collision. Alrighty then. That's Rampage. Why would it have Rampage? Somebody's weirdo. Miro versus Action Andretti on Collision. That should be good. I hope that's not a squash match. Rome, let's us pray that that is not a squash match. Please. And I think that's going to be it for me scrolling down the old Twitterino here. I just want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Thank you all for dealing with me being by myself. I know you guys absolutely love having Rome here. His opinions are fantastic to have on the show. You know, we love our co-host Rome, our reigning, defending Broken Predictions champion, who
Jeff,
oh Jesus, he's here.
I'm here. Okay, because I'm at the part and I just shouted because so we're going to Dynamite next week, right? I'm going to real quickly read what we got next week because I just freaked the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Whew. Man. So first up, Tony Khan has a gift for Sting next week. So that's great on Dynamite. So we're going to see Sting next week. That's dope. After that, Hook and Rob fucking Van Dam will be teaming in Philadelphia. I fucking, oh my God.
We're going to be there.
Of the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal, which I have not seen that main event yet because I'm still watching Dynamite. No, that's all they're announcing so far. But Rob Van Dam, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Young Rome, obviously Philly kid, loves ECW, loves it. It's a passion, and I'm about to fucking be there live for Rob Van Dam and Taz's son tag teaming. I tell you, this is what Coog feels like with Rampage coming up. Now, obviously, two different situations in terms of like that match is going to be way better than Rob Van Dam's tag team match, but a dream for sure.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about that one. I saw that way earlier. I'm so happy we're gonna be there for that.
Yeah, Rob coming in like Jeff.
Oh, you should. That'd have been great.
I should have. I was just so excited to see Rob Van Dam announced. I was like, hold the fucking phone. I gotta get in here.
Hell yeah. All
Battle of the
right.
Belts looks good, by the way, while I'm here. Battle of the Belts looks good, but
It
god
does.
damn it, it's another there's no belt changes going on in
No.
that show.
I was
It's
gonna say
not.
the same thing. It's like another show that looks really good, but there is not gonna be any title changes there.
No, there's zero. Like Stylander versus Willow, like maybe, but like most likely no way. Orange Cassidy is gonna beat probably Kip Sabian. It's probably gonna be Kip. And then the Acclaimed aren't losing their belts either. So I'm just like, this looks great, but it's definitely not must see because I don't think any of these belts are going to change hands.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Like, when are we going to do that? Like, when are we going to have a title change hands
On these Battle of the Belts, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. By the way, who wins the Battle Royal? You could just tell me because I don't care. It's going to be his Juice, right? I'm guessing it's
yeah,
Juice.
yeah, Juice wins, yeah.
Okay. It's not that I don't care. I actually don't. I don't like Battle Royales main eventing, so I'm kind of bummed that it is the main event because Battle Royales are fun. I don't have an issue with them, but it's like, okay, well, this is a great episode of Dynamite, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
minus squash matches.
It's kind of involving the World Championship. You got MJF up there on commentary. Jay White comes out and they fight here in a second.
I guess, and I guess on the flip side, I don't know what I would have main event the show in its place, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, to be honest, I would have main evented Kenny and Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, but that one's not that match is a throwaway, but like there's not a lot of story implications going on there, so yeah. I understand not main eventing with that match.
Yeah,
I actually maybe would have main evented with Jay White and Penta.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Because that match has implications on the world title picture as well. Although I guess you want to do the Juice Robinson promo after that match to lead into the main event. So I guess maybe that's why they do it that way. But yeah, I'm about to start the Battle Royale now. I thought this was oh my God, the Hardys are in this? Why? Why are the Hardys on TV?
They actually don't do a bad job at all. There's a spot with Jeff Hardy in here that I actually thought was pretty good. So it's not bad.
Okay, I'll check it out. I mean, I'm gonna watch the Battle Royal, but I thought it was a good episode of Dynamite all around. Since I'm here
so did
now,
I
guess we'll give my thoughts real quick. I thought it was good. I loved some things that I loved about this episode was I think Hobbs looked incredible.
Oh,
the
dude.
red pants, black gloves.
Yep.
His promo was amazing. I love that. And then my other favorite thing of the night was definitely the sit down with Nick Wayne and his mom. It's so funny because I'm watching this and it hit me in every, like it made me laugh. I got excited for it. I felt the emotional weight of it. Like I really loved it because so like Nick Wayne's mom is like, she's saying all these things like, I don't even know who you are. I don't even recognize you. I'm like, that's such a mom thing to say. Like,
dude. When she said to Christian, like, what have you done to him? And Christian's like, you should have answered the phone. I fucking died, dude. I was laughing so hard, bro.
When Christian Cage showed up in like the camera, like he panned, like he walked into frame, I just started dying. And then Nick Wayne's like, he's a better dad. He's a better father than dad ever was. And I'm just like, they're fucking doing it. I love it. I love it so much. I'm his dad now. And then, like you said, you should have answered the phone. Oh man, he slams a door in her face and she's like, oh my God. And Darby then shows up. The whole Darby thing was fucking dope because I didn't expect him on TV tonight because I think isn't he trying to like get ready to climb the Himalayas or some shit?
I hope not, because we won't see him again.
No, I know people die from that, but no, he legitimately is planning to do it. Like I think he was on his Instagram story like last week, where like I think he went there to start planning it out, but it's something he's going to be doing soon. That and he wants to climb Mount Rushmore.
Well, did you hear about those two influencers who just died in the Himalayas?
No, I didn't hear that.
So there's two female influencers who are big time hikers. That's their big thing on, I forget what social media they're on. They were competing with each other who could climb this certain mountain the fastest, and they are
Oh, it's
both.
Everest. He's gonna climb Everest. That's
Yeah.
what it is, not the Himalaya. Well, isn't
It's in
Everest
the Himalayas. Yeah, you're on track.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay.
they are
Yes,
both
Nat,
done. Toast. Finito.
and yes, Nat, I did call that last week where I was like, Christian's gonna show up and he's like, he's my son now. Like, and that's my dad now. I just,
That
oh
was
man,
great.
such great stuff coming from that storyline. And yeah. Oh, I would also say, damn, Sting retiring. I mean, we saw that coming,
Yeah.
but
I'm surprised
that
it's
was
so
kind of-
far away, to be honest. 2024? It's like the end of next year.
no, that's a February pay-per-view, Jeff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Revolution's a February pay-per-view, so he's gonna pretty much go till February. Now, I would hope.
So this
I don't know for
is.
sure. Oh yeah, no, he's winding down. We're talking like 4 months here, 5 months.
Yeah, this is going to be it. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's the. Well, actually, technically, I think it's usually in March, so we could say 6 months just for the sake of brevity. Oh, I guess it is 5 months.
Yeah.
Time is just a concept at this point to me. Johnny TV currently doing a break dance in the middle of the ring. Daniel Garcia not pleased. Is he going to do the dance? Oh, here he goes. Hold on. Someone going to stop him? Oh my God, Matt Menard just stopped him.
This is the Jeff Hardy
What the
part.
hell is this? Oh yeah, hold on, I'm watching. I might as well live react. Jeff, oh my God. Of course, Jeff liked this. Jeff Hardy does his fucking finger thing, and then he does the dance. I would have booed Jeff Hardy there. I absolutely would have booed him. He stole Garcia's spotlight.
The crowd loved it.
I know, it looks like they loved it. I have it muted because I'm talking to you, but they definitely seemed like they liked it. I would have booed him. Like, get the fuck out of here. I wanted to see Daniel Garcia do the dance. But yeah, no, Sting's wrapping down is kind of crazy. I hope that he wrestles a few times before Revolution. But I mean, we haven't really seen him wrestling. It's kind of funny because he was talking about how like this year was going to be like it's coming up, and like he hasn't done really anything this year, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think that table spot where he knocked his tooth loose kind of put a pause on things a little bit, you know.
Perhaps. So let me ask you, Jeff, do you think that he wrestles Darby in his last match, or do you think he does something else?
You know, that's a tough one. Cuz it's like you would think that relationships always end with a match, you know what I mean? But it's like I don't want to say it's like a father and son relationship, but it kind of feels that way. I don't know if that one would end with a match. Who do you think it would be? Cuz I'm thinking like maybe somehow Christian, but I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Like, I think for Sting, I mean, look, is it the lazy booking thing to do? Absolutely, but like, who else would you do other than Darby? I mean, like,
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
his protege. And again, like, I think Sting obviously. Hold on, MJF is currently paying Dustin Rhodes. What is he paying him to do?
Oh, I didn't mention this. Damn it. Thank you.
Hold on. So he takes the money. Dustin Rhodes takes the money from MJF. Is he going to eliminate Juice?
No.
And he's going to fail? He's going to try to eliminate Juice.
He's paying him to do something to Juice.
Oh, he's doing the Shattered Dreams.
MJF just paid Dustin Rhodes to give Juice the Shattered Dreams.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
I can't believe I skipped that in my notes. That was my favorite part of the match. Damn it.
I absolutely love when Maxwell Jacob Friedman fucking just paid Dustin Rhodes what looked like a hundo. I think it was a hundo. It looked like a hundo. He paid him a hundo to hit the Shattered Dreams on him. That's incredible.
I love the way he held the money up to the crowd and was like, yeah, and put it in his shirt. That was great.
He took the money and he did it. That's great. That's a great twist where like MJF used to pay people to like, hey, I'll pay you to break his neck.
Yeah.
But babyface MJF still does it. He just does it like, hey, hit that finisher where you blow for a pop. Like, I know some people have been very critical about like babyface MJF, like I've seen in the discourse. Dude, I fucking love this. I think it's great.
I think it's great.
But yeah, I don't know who else would be Sting's last match other than Darby. Like, I really can't. No. Like, unless you try to go like a big route and like you give him like a main event world title match, which like I don't think they do that in 2024 with Sting. I don't know. Is CM Punk available? We could do CM Punk and Sting. Let's do that. I'm always gonna find ways to book CM Punk to return to AEW. That's my gimmick. So
Yeah.
I could do that.
So let's go the route that we probably don't want to see, but could possibly happen. He talked a lot about Ric Flair in that speech of his.
No.
I'm just
Well,
like, please don't let that happen.
I don't know if you saw, but like Ric Flair completely pulling a Jeffrey Vegas, flip flopping. So obviously after Ric Flair's like quote unquote last match last year, he was like, I want to keep wrestling. I'm not done yet. And then like last week he was like, I don't know why people think I'm not done. I'm done. It's like, what are you talking about, Rick? You yourself said you're not done.
Yeah, he's probably like, I forgot I said that. Disregard.
Yeah, I forgot. Disregard it completely. No, if anything, well, so let me ask you this, Jeff. So next week, Tony Khan has a gift for Sting. What are we getting next week for Sting?
A statue.
A statue? No. A statue in Philadelphia?
Remember the bronze statue of Seth Rollins that they did during the Sting thing with WWE? That'd be funny if they gave him a bronze statue of Sting.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is that most of the time when you say, hey, remember X, Y, and Z that happened in WWE when you watched it and it was disappointing, I haven't forgotten any of it. So you don't even need to ask. I remember everything, all the pain that I've been given, that I've been dealt. I don't forget. I keep receipts, Jeff.
All right, man. Well, I think it's time to get out of here. Oh, a new baseball bat? That'd be nice, Nat. That's a good guess.
Be nice.
It's got to be the first induction into the AEW Hall of Fame. That's my guess.
You know what? I was actually watching, and I should have mentioned that too when I came in, but I was thinking like, so they should totally do an AEW Hall of Fame, and honestly, it would for me be the most legitimate Hall of Fame in pro wrestling, just because I know how much Tony Khan loves pro wrestling. You know what I mean? It's like like let's be honest, folks. WWE Hall of Fame. Fucking Drew Carey is in the fucking WWE Hall of Fame. Like, okay, let's be fucking realistic here. You know, Donald Trump is in the fucking WWE Hall of Fame. Like,
oh, jeez.
Let's be honest. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. That Hall of Fame has no prestige. But so I think AEW having a Hall of Fame is kind of a given, and I think Sting should definitely be kind of the launching pad for that, because I would trust Tony Khan to call it, completely keep it real, and like, just, I don't know, like I could see him being like, hey, like this guy from fucking New Japan, he never wrestled in AEW. He's a legend though. He should totally be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. And you know what would be funny for him to do is to call it the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? That'd be nice.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I could totally see it being like, is Dustin Rhodes about to hug it out with Trent? Looks like it. Got to give the people what they want. Love to see it. Damn it, Jake Hager. You haven't been the same since you lost your hat. Anyways, yeah. It's good. They should totally do a Hall of Fame, though.
Yeah. And I don't know if you heard me earlier, but during the Shida Emmy Sakura match, I was saying that Emmy Sakura should be the first female entrant for AEW as well.
Yeah, I could see that. I think it's definitely a fair thing to say.
Huh. That's odd. I didn't even realize that. I was talking about AEW creating a Hall of Fame earlier, and that's my guess for Sting. Wow, okay. Nice. Yeah, Coog says he will cry. Oh, El Santo Blue Demon Mil Mascaras. Yeah. All right, well, I think we're going to get out of here. Do you want to close this out, or?
Yeah, I could give it a shot. I mean, I'm just kind of hanging out here. That's why I wasn't on camera, because I'm just watching Dynamite. But this has been episode 182 of the Broken Tables podcast. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out this long and putting up with just Jeffrey Vegas talking. I understand that was probably exhausting. But it's okay, because I'm here now. I'm sorry, Jeff. No, you did a great job. Make sure you like the video, subscribe. Really helps us out. Become a member. You can do that. $5. We can make the channel better. You get the arcade cabinet badge that will level up as you go, as you remain a member. And you also get access to the sick AEW emojis. It was hard. Nat, I know. I was here for a little bit and then I had to go. I couldn't take it anymore. I was expecting like Save Us Rome signs, kind of like the Save Us Y2J signs. But anyways, you can join the Discord. You can follow us on Twitter. I don't know if we'll be back Saturday because I think I have plans that day. I don't know, Jeff. We'll talk, figure it out. But other than that, we'll be back on Monday for the Game Room podcast where we talk about video games, and then following that, we'll be back with our Dynamite. No Dynamite review next week because we are going to Dynamite. So
Yeah, I was thinking we'll do it Thursday. That'd be easy, you know.
that should be doable. Let me get back to you because I start the new job next week, but I'm pretty sure that should be fine. I'm like 95% sure I can do that.
Cool.
Save us. Thanks, man. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Good night of Dynamite. Looking forward to Collision. And yeah, catch you guys later.
Right on. Thank you guys very much for joining us. We will catch you guys next time. Top guys out.